I wanted to do something a little different for today's devotion and look at yesterday's sermon. There's always such great wisdom and content from Sundays, and we thought we should unpack it a little bit more on Mondays to help our call to action during the week. On Sunday, Pastor Sam preached from Luke chapter 10, verses 25 to 37, the story of the Good Samaritan. And if you were not able to join us in person or watch us online, I encourage you to go to our Facebook page or to our YouTube channel in order to check it out. And as we start to do Monday devotions based on the Sunday sermon, it's very fitting that Pastor Sam highlighted a phrase at the end of that passage attributed to Jesus, where he said to the expert in the law who was trying to test him, "Go and do likewise." Why is that fitting? Well, it's essentially what Mondays are going to be about. Go and do likewise. There are many Sundays where I would go to the pastor after they had preached, and I would say, "Great word, Pastor." And even pre-COVID, I would literally pat them on the back. The pastor worked hard preparing the sermon and preached powerfully. And so me saying that to them was a means of affirmation and encouragement. And so later in the week, we would recap the sermon at our staff devotions, and sometimes I would even listen to the Sunday sermon again. But what was I actually doing with it? Literally, Jesus says here, "I've given you a message. Go and do what I've taught you. This is how you should act. Go and do likewise." So my encouragement to you this morning is not to be a listener of the word and not even to be a watcher of the word, but to be an active participant of the word. Yesterday, to start our service, Pastor Mark read from Psalms 100. "Shout for joy to the Lord of all the earth." The City of Toronto has decreed that masks should be worn indoors at all times, but I can confirm to you that there was no one in that building who wanted to see Luke 19:40 come to pass. None of us stayed silent so that the rocks would cry out on our behalf in praise. We're becoming increasingly aware that COVID is not going away tomorrow. And so in the meantime, we can't wait for a vaccine or whatever the next stage of our local government's plans are for reopening. We need to go and do likewise today. We need to be Jesus' hands and feet today. We need to show compassion to our neighbor today. Our physical bubbles may have extended to 10 people, but that doesn't mean that those 10 people are the only ones that you should share Jesus' love with. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind. Love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus says, "Do this, and you will live." Church, go and do it. Go and do likewise. God bless you.